Okay, what we have here is the Radicon Bus that I needed the Cohere tube from in order to fix that distressed Radicon robot. So that left this basically mint bus without a Cohere tube. So I dug back through my stuff, and I've done videos. I'll try to put links to them down below in case you're interested. But I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years ago, however long ago it was, I'd made some Cohere tubes. This is one of the ones right here. I basically took a long standard Burgess fuse, glass fuse with end caps. Just removed the end caps, added my wires to each one of the caps that don't touch but run the length of the tube, and filled the tube. Sometimes I filled the tube with file shavings off of a nickel, and sometimes I did them off of a quarter. So I don't remember if I filled this one with a nickel or with a quarter. But I picked those metals because I figured they wouldn't tarnish, and they were something that I had access to. Wasn't any trouble getting them. So the circuit is meant to be run, of course, by the spark gap generator, which is right here. And if I hit this button, this thing should be on, and it should pick up the signal and cycle. And it did, and you saw it hit that. So when this ran, what stopped it from running is that little hammer hitting the tube and turning it off again. So right now it's going forward straight, position 1. Position 2, it's forward, turning to the right. Forward straight again. Left. Forward straight, and the next one should be off. Now, as mentioned before, other things can trigger these Cohere tubes. They don't have to be this spark gap generator, although this will give you the most range. But if you don't need a lot of range and you just want to test something, this, for example, is the Piezo igniter that you'd have on a barbecue for lighting the gas. You hit the button and it makes a spark. I just ran a long wire off of that spark thing. So every time I click the Piezo igniter, that's enough to trigger the tube. This doesn't give you as much range, but it will allow you to play with a toy. Won't work every single time because it's one spark. This gives a continuous spark, more chances. Another thing that would work that I had laying around here, this is the electric start for a barbecue. Again, a gas-powered barbecue they have out there. If you unscrew this cap, there's just a single 1.5 volt AA battery in there. And for an antenna, I thought I would just put an alligator clip on here, and it's going to spark between the two, but the alligator clip should work somewhat as an antenna. And you can kind of hear the snapping. Let's see if you can see the snapping. Can't see the snapping because it's too light in here, but every time this sends a signal. So there's a lot of ways you can control your old Radicon toys. Now, one thing I haven't tried is a stun gun, and I've got one over here. I just haven't gotten around to try it, so I figured, what the heck, let's roll. I'm just going to connect this clip to one of the stun gun leads. I don't know which one. Let's see if that'll trigger it. This we should be able to hear. Oh yeah. I'm going to get further away. Ooh, this may have even more range than the Radicon transmitter. Well, maybe not. I'd say it had about 6 foot of range. So, there's lots of options for operating a Radicon bus. I'll put this together and I'll do a short video of it working using the correct transmitter in just a moment or two.